The Aztecs were Mesoamerican civilizations that flourished from 1300 to 1521 in the distant land called Mexico. The Mesoamerican civilization had incomprehensible religious, social, and political structures, with an advancement in architecture, art, and agriculture. The capital city is Tenochtitlan, now modern-day Mexico City. The ancient Aztecs believed in pantheon gods. Tonatiuh, also called Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec sun god, was among the most feared and the most worshipped among the other Aztec gods. In this video, we will dive into the ancient history of the Mesoamerican Aztec sun god and its religious worship and rituals. The rest of this video will shock you. Please watch it to the end. In the ancient mythical realm of the Aztecs, a mighty god ruled the skies. He was called Huitzilopochtli, the sun god. He was called the bringer of light, also called the giver of life to all that lived and lives, and the slayer of darkness. The sun god of the Aztecs was born by a primordial goddess Coatlicue. The sun god Huitzilopochtli emerged out of the goddess's womb as a glorious warrior, fully armed and ready for war and battles. Huitzilopochtli's sister Coyolxauhqui led the stars in rebellion against their mothers Coatlicue. The Aztec sun god Huitzilopochtli defended his mother in a vicious battle between his sister Coyolxauhqui and Huitzilopochtli slayed Coyolxauhqui, his sister, brutally and cast her body to the moon. This brought about the eternal cycle of day and night, light and darkness throughout eternity. Huitzilopochtli journeyed across the skies each morning, rising from the east as a blaze fiery, light illuminating the world with bright shining lights that gave the world and all that lives life. The ancient Aztecs feared and respected Huitzilopochtli as a protector to them. He was seen as a guide, and high deity was seen as a spiritual redeemer. In his honor, they built a great, high, and majestic temple named the Templo Mayor. To ensure his return every morning to journey over the skies, the worshippers offered bloody human sacrifices each dawn. The Aztecs worshipped and prayed to the sun god Huitzilopochtli in dances and chants of rituals, asking for courage, strength, and wisdom. One day, a brave young warrior called Tezcatl offered himself and pledged to serve the Aztec sun god Huitzilopochtli with his life and unshakable and unwavering loyalty. Huitzilopochtli heard his pledges and honored him and offered him a reward. Tezcatl's bravery and courage earned a high place amongst the gods in the Aztec realms as a messenger to the sun god Huitzilopochtli, with a task of carrying prayers from mortals to the sun god Huitzilopochtli. As time passed, Tezcatl's heart longed and desired for adventures beyond the realms of the mortals. He wished to explore the wonders beyond the physical realms. He sought the ancient, mythical, legendary flowers of life believed to be lost and hidden deep beneath the underworld, the land of the dead. Tezcatl soon got his desires granted, and so he journeyed to the underworld. But he was faced with treacherous paths and dangerous foes. Despite these attacks and trials, he succeeded and made it to the gate of the underworld's gate. There, he encountered the god of the underworld, Mictlantecuhtli, the god of death. Angrily, the ruler of the underworld stopped and inquired why he dared venture into the land of the dead, and on whose authority. Tezcatl told the god of the underworld firmly that he came to steal the flower of life in the name of the sun god Huitzilopochtli, to claim powers of the flower of life for the use of the Huitzilopochtli, the Aztec sun god. The god of death, Mictlan, agreed to let the Aztec sun god messenger Tezcatl have the flower of life on a condition. The condition of the god of death, Mictlan, was that Tezcatl would prove his worth in battles against the powerful minions of the underworld god Mictlan. Tezcatl battled viciously and bravely and emerged victorious. Mictlan, the god of death, yielded, seeing that Tezcatl won the wager against him, and gave Tezcatl the flower of life as he ascended to the sky, to the realm of the Aztec sun god Huitzilopochtli. The sun god Huitzilopochtli was proud and impressed by the bravery and courage of Tezcatl. He welcomed Tezcatl with welcoming open arms. His bravery and courage earned him a place among the gods in the Aztec realms and respect among the mortals. Tezcatl's story of bravery, courage, and fearlessness spread like wildfire throughout the Aztec empires, throughout the ages and centuries. His legacy was described as one of fearlessness and courage, despite the odds being against him. The story of the ancient Aztec gods and supreme deities has been one of fright and shock to all who heard the stories. The bloodiest religions offered human sacrifice in a brutal manner that brought relief to many when it came to an end. In the modern times, although many Mesoamericans are believed to still worship the ancient Aztec gods and deities and the human sacrifice in secret, despite the introduction of new religions like the popular Christianity and Islamic religious practice that preach different beliefs and peace to all its followers. Modern historians believe that the ancient Aztec religion contained similarities to the Celts and Greek religion that offered human sacrifice to please their gods, and those who were offered to the gods as sacrifices were believed to become gods after death, and will intercede for the mortal in the physical realms. Although it was believed that other religious practices offered sacrifices despite the unwillingness of humans to sacrifice to be offered, sometimes it said that strangers who wandered into this land were tied up and offered to their gods. The modern worshippers today claim that the God of the ancestors still answers their prayers and still grants prayer requests and wishes to faithful followers. But these worshippers carry out their acts of ritual and sacrifice in secret and hidden places. In the quest for enlightenment, riches, and magical powers, do you believe the Aztec gods, Huitzilopochtli, and other supreme deities' modes of worship were too extreme or not? And what would you do if you found yourself in a strange land, tied and prepared to be used as a human sacrifice?